Welcome to Golf Life, America's golf magazine for your golf lifestyle. Coming up, we bring you some dynamic golf tips from one of the top golf teachers of all time, Chuck Cook. Plus, we get some bunker advice from top teacher Shawn Cox. And we'll evaluate the performance differences between spikeless and cleated golf shoes with soft spikes. Plus, we learn about a new video series teaching the 5 keys to strike a golf ball pure. To lead off our May 2012 episode of Golf Life, here's a golf drill that will help you lower your scores and make more putts from Payne Stewart's legendary coach, Chuck Cook.
Working with the late Payne Stewart was both a joy and a chore. The chore was because Payne had attention deficit disorder. And so to get his attention and to keep his attention practicing anything simple was really very difficult. Payne loved to do things that were tough. The harder the putt, the harder the pitch shot, the harder the bunker shot, the more he liked to practice or liked to work on that because it got his attention. But the shots that he had more often, the more simple putts, the 3-footers, the 4-footers, the 5-footers, it was really hard to get him to practice without developing some sort of drill or some sort of game in order to make him concentrate on it. So the first drill that we devised was what we call the clock drill. This really teaches you how to really stay focused, constantly go through your routine, and to really work hard on learning to putt under pressure. The purpose of the drill is to start at the first tee on the uphill putt, knock that in, then go to the one right behind it, as you can see Lane doing here, and then continue going all the way around the clock until you make all 12 putts in succession. If you miss, you have to start over again. What this does is really a number of things. The first thing you'll notice is that Lane doesn't want to have to do this drill very long, and so he's going through his process of aiming his ball, he's going through the process of making his practice stroke, his routine, the same with each and every drill, and as he goes around, he's concentrating on having the same routine for each and every putt. The second thing about doing this drill is the fact that you have every putt, so you're going to find your weakness. If you have a particular weakness for right to left putts or left to right putts, this drill makes you practice that and makes you succeed at it until you become good at that type of putt. The second thing that this exercise does is that it teaches you how to putt under pressure. You'll notice that if you've made the first 10 putts and your last 2 putts are both 11th and 12th putts or this left to right putt that's breaking away from you, and you know that if you miss that putt, you're going to have to start all over, it really teaches you how to focus, and it really teaches you how to putt under pressure. Now, one of the things that we do with our juniors when they're doing this, when they get to their last putt, is that we're allowed to do anything we can to distract them, because they know that if they miss this putt, you can see I've got the shadow, oh, Lane, don't miss this putt, and that teaches them how to handle the distractions as well. So it's a wonderful drill that will really help your short putting.
If you want the complete Chuck Cook Short Game DVD, visit us at hitgolf.com. Now we learn a bit more about that cool pink PING G20 driver Bubba Watson uses on tour.
Last year in Hartford he put the G20 in play, and then he's always been kind of bothering us for a pink driver. He likes pink as the shaft, you can see. And then finally we decided, after years of kind of saying, hey, can I have a pink driver, can I have a pink driver? We came to a nice agreement, I guess you could say, where he's trying to raise a bunch of money. And so, because of his charity and trying to raise $1 million for cancer, we decided to go ahead and go for it.
You know, for me, is the G20. Every time they come out with a new driver, it's obviously better. There's a reason why they come out. They don't come out with it because it's worse. And so for me, it actually helped me in my control, made it go a little straighter. For me, that was difficult to understand. So my 40-yard cuts are now 30-yard cuts. And so my 10 yards are now straight.
Well, it starts with an A5 and it actually finishes at 8 degrees. So the club face has been put a little bit open. This shaft is probably unique in that no one else uses it in the world that I know of. It's 44.5 inches long, which is a little bit shorter than most of the guys out here. Grip's unique in the fact that he's got 12 wraps of tape underneath here, 10 wraps of tape under here, and then the grip's a mid-size on top of that.
After all that, then I open it up 2 degrees so that instead of changing my hand position, I just let the club look like it's open, even though my hands are on really strong. So it just tricks me into feel, because I'm a feel player, so I want it to feel like it's not going to hook.
If that's square, and we put a grip on, we put Bubba's face in like this, and then put the grip on square. He just likes that feel. He hates the ball to go right, which is a hook for him, and it just allows him not to hook it as much.
Everybody needs to get fit, because a golf club is not built just for everybody. I mean, it has to be tweaked a little bit here and there, just like we do. It's this. I have the same clubs that are off the rack that everybody else has. It's just tweaked to me. I mean, the lies are for me, the grips are for me, the shafts are for me. You can't just buy a set of clubs and just go play, because they're not built for you. They're built standard, and then you tweak them to fit your game.
Your average guy, you know, that's off the streets can go to any retail and get fit just like Bubba did. We have authorized fitters around the U.S. like an Edwin Watts. We can fit anybody. This is the only thing that's unique about this head is it's pink, you know. So you can buy the same head, just not pink, to fit you, and we'll fit you for the shaft, the length, the grip, the stiffness of the shaft, all that kind of stuff. So that club is unique to you. So when you hit it, it's like wearing a pair of shoes that's fit for you. It should be perfect.
When we return to Golf Life, we will investigate and compare the performance aspects of golf footwear. Please stay tuned.
What is golf? Watts is golf. It's your game with our game improvements. It's your commitment to practice with our commitment to service. It's your fitting performance with our performance fittings. It's your memorable drives with our must-have drivers. It's your super saves with our super selection on the best products to improve your game. Shop Edwin Watts Golf, America's most trusted golf retailer. Stop by your local store or visit edwinwattsgolf.com.
There's only one rangefinder that's rated #1 in accuracy, SkyCaddie. It's rated more accurate than lasers by 3 out of 5 golfers and rated more accurate than its GPS competition by margins up to 20-1.
If you're using anything other than a SkyCaddie, you're throwing shots and money out the window.
Log on to newskycaddie.com right now to play better, play smarter, and have more fun, guaranteed, with the new wireless SkyCaddie SGXW from Sky Golf.
The new Polara XD and XDS self-correcting golf balls fly 50% straighter and just as long as the top-performing distance balls.
It's an easier game now with the Polara golf ball. You can actually find your ball. There's a golf ball that actually goes straight.
The enjoyment of the game is being able to get it near the fairway to where you can reach some greens into. You can stay up with your partners. You're going to get a little success. That's what you need to make it more fun.
And I just hit my regular old swing and it was going straight. I was waiting for my slice and it never came, so I took out one of my regular balls that I play and the slice was there. So the ball works.
Honestly, the ball is very hard to get offline. That's going to help everyone out there that I can think of.
Visit PolaraGolf.com to get a trial pack of the new XD and Ultimate Straight golf balls for only $12.95. Go long and straight with the Polara golf ball.
Welcome back to Golf Life. Brought to you by Edwin Watts Golf, America's most trusted golf retailer. Call us, stop by our local shop, or visit edwinwattsgolf.com. And by the new wireless SkyCaddie SGXW, the #1 rangefinder in golf. Visit newskycaddie.com to learn how the SkyCaddie SGXW can help save you strokes. Now, we head out to the Titleist Performance Institute to help you decide whether a shoe designed with soft spikes or a spikeless shoe is better for your game. The golf industry has made significant strides in many areas over the last 5 years. One area that often gets overlooked is footwear. The most recent advancement in footwear has been cleatless golf shoes. But are these shoes better for your golf game? We begin our investigation at the Titleist Performance Institute in Carlsbad, California.
What we're going to do is look at the difference between your foot action with spikeless shoes on, and then we'll say official golf shoes with a stable platform and spikes on. So on the left we have your spikeless shoes, and what we're looking at is your foot action.
Stability and balance are two of the most important elements of the golf swing. Soft Spikes, one of the top manufacturers of golf spikes, says that by wearing cleatless shoes, you lose both and ultimately lose distance.
The more moving parts you have in your golf swing, the more complicated it begins. This game is already very complicated as it is, so we try to minimize moving parts or excessive motions. And if the foot is excessively moving, it is a very, very bad start to the golf swing. The foot needs to be an overall stable platform for the golfer to be able to produce power, accuracy, and prevent injury.
If you're in a shoe that isn't stable, you don't have that balance, you don't have that stability. So now instead of you loading all the club head speed down and through the ball, you're using your balance and using your energy. Okay, all of your energy and your body is being used to stay balanced, which is taking away 10 to 15 miles of club head speed down through the ball.
So what we're looking for is optimal ground force production, and that starts with eliminating excessive motions in the golf swing, because all those take away from rotational movements. It's not the only thing that takes away from power, but I tell you what, it's the first thing that interacts with power.
Soft spikes and other major footwear manufacturers such as Callaway and FootJoy have spent a lot of time in R&D developing spikes with the most possible traction to improve your golf game. We asked Lance Gill at TPI about the difference in traction between golf spikes and cleatless golf shoes and how it affects your swing.
What I can tell you is this is an unstable platform with no traction or limited traction on the bottom, and what that will do on surfaces that are wet or surfaces that are downhill, your foot's going to spin out a lot more than that in those untraditional flat surfaces.
Clearly the traction of this shoe is superior to anything that does not have cleats. As far as the traction is concerned, there's no comparison overall in the traction from something with 11 soft spikes like this into something that is cleatless.
The spikeless shoes are kind of in that genre of not having enough traction, whereas this right here offers as much traction as you can possibly want, so you can generate more power and speed and forces off the ground.
Being able to have a balance in wet conditions, in slippery conditions, in cold conditions, warm conditions, in thick rough, up and downhill, out of bunkers, side hill lies, that you need to be balanced in all of those and be able to have the correct traction to not only maintain your footing, but to transfer your energy down and through the ball properly.
On a golf course, you're going to be able to come across all different types of conditions, and you're going to move around on them differently. So you need to make sure that you have something that when you're turning, it's turning and grabbing, which is what a spike is meant to do.
These golf shoes here I've had for about 6 months, and I change my spikes in them every month. And so it always feels like I have new golf shoes on. With cleatless shoes, once the rubber wears down the bottom, that's it. They're out the door.
To each his own. Everyone has their own style, and I'm sure there are people out there that have found shoes that they do like, but the problem is they're not going to have the lifespan that a shoe with cleats does.
Until I see a trend of people using a spikeless shoe that can produce that same model, same energy, power, and not have excessive moving parts, I go with what works.
All performance golf footwear, plus all models of soft spikes, can be found at edwinwattsgolf.com or your local Edwin Watts store. You will learn the 5 keys that all great golfers have in their golf swing. When Golf Life returns, stay tuned.
Any good golfer will tell you, improve your short game and you'll see your golf scores drop immediately. Visit hitgolf.com to get Building the Perfect Short Game, an easy-to-use DVD series teaching you every shot you need to score better. This 2-DVD set will quickly teach you putting skills, proper chipping and pitching skills, bunker play, and specialty shots. Shot in high definition with top teacher Chuck Cook, this extensive series shows you all the shots you need to lower your scores. Learn to putt better with drills and games. Improve your chipping. Start hitting great bunker shots. Visit hitgolf.com to get this 2-hour DVD series, and as a bonus, we'll send you the Perfect Golf Swing DVD with simple drills to dramatically improve your ball striking and distance. Learn to play better golf and impress your golf buddies. Just go to hitgolf.com now for these great how-to videos. We show you all the shots you need to succeed around the greens. Visit hitgolf.com today and start dropping strokes right away.
Sit tight. You're on the back 9 with Golf Life in a moment. Welcome back to Golf Life, presented by Soft Spikes. Get superior traction for each golf swing with the new Cyclone Golf Cleat. Learn more at softspikes.com. And by Polara Ultimate Straight Golf Ball. See how a self-correcting golf ball can help you enjoy golf from the fairway at polaragolf.com. Now, we visit Legacy Golf Club in Tempe, Arizona to learn more about a new video series that teaches every golfer the 5 keys to a great golf swing.
Well, you know, myself, Dave Wedzik, and Medicus Golf has spent the last 20 plus years researching players for the past century. And we found that there's only 5 things that they all have in common, and they're not the things that people typically think of when they're thinking about a golf swing. Well, the first one was a steady head. You see players keep it working on trying to keep their head steady. you never see players working on trying to move their head. The second one was the weight left or target side at impact. Again, you never see great players working on trying to hang back. You see them trying to work on trying to get more weight forward. The third key was what's called a flat left wrist and not a bent left wrist. If you want to use the club properly, the wrist has to be flat from impact through the separation point when the ball leaves. The fourth key is what we call a diagonal sweet spot path. That's the path that the sweet spot of the club travels on. And finally, the fifth key is club face control. And that club face control has to be relative to that path, because that's what produces the initial starting line and the trajectories and the curvatures of your golf ball.
So all these keys, each key ties into another. Weight forward influences the flat left wrist. Weight forward, flat left wrist influence club face control. Weight forward influences sweet spot path. Steady head influences all of them.
It's a system that whichever problem you're having within those five, that's the one you work on. So if you have a steady head, you have weight left, and you have a flat left wrist, but your plane is a little bit steep, or your path or your club face is off, you don't work on those other three, you work on the two pieces that need to be affected. Along with the 5 keys, we've also developed 5 tools, or training aids if you want to call them, to work with each one of these keys. So if you're having trouble with a particular key, we have a training aid associated with it to help accelerate that learning process and to get you a better feel for it. I think the biggest thing people are going to get out of the 5 simple keys is that they're going to get an easy to understand, systematic approach to work on their game that doesn't require a lot of work, but only keys in on those 5 key areas that we talked about. So the Medicus Pure Strike 5 Simple Keys to Consistency is basically a system that can be used with any teaching methodology there is out there, and it can be used by any player. And we will soon be bringing out the book, the DVD, and training aids for each of those 5 keys, and you can get those by going to purestrike.com.
Next, we take you back in time. Earlier this year, some PGA stars helped Zurich Insurance celebrate their 100th year in the United States by taking a stroll down memory lane.
Whistle for the landing on that other shore. Hand it over, Will. Don't rock that boat, hand it over. Don't rock that boat until I reach that other shore. Don't rock that boat, hand it over. Don't rock that boat until I whistle for the landing on that other shore. Hand it over, Will.
When Golf Life returns, we head to Washington, D.C. to learn how golf's leaders are educating our nation's leaders on the value of the golf industry. Plus, we get you a golf tip for your own game. Please stay tuned.
There's only one rangefinder that's rated #1 in accuracy, SkyCaddie. It's rated more accurate than lasers by 3 out of 5 golfers and rated more accurate than its GPS competition by margins up to 20 to 1.
If you're using anything other than a SkyCaddie, you're throwing shots and money out the window.
Log on to newskycaddy.com right now to play better, play smarter, and have more fun, guaranteed, with the new wireless SkyCaddie SGXW from Sky Golf.
What is golf? Watts is golf. It's your game with our game improvements. It's your commitment to practice with our commitment to service. It's your fitting performance with our performance fittings. It's your memorable drives with our must-have drivers. It's your super saves with our super selection on the best products to improve your game. Shop Edwin Watts Golf, America's most trusted golf retailer. Stop by your local store or visit edwinwattsgolf.com.
The new Polara XD and XDS self-correcting golf balls fly 50% straighter and just as long as the top-performing distance balls.
It's an easier game now with the Polara golf ball. You can actually find your ball. There's a golf ball that actually goes straight.
The enjoyment of the game is being able to get it near the fairway to where you can reach some greens into. You can stay up with your partners. You're going to get a little success. That's what you need to make it more fun.
And I just hit my regular old swing and it was going straight. I was waiting for my slice and it never came, so I took out one of my regular balls that I play and the slice was there. So the ball works.
Honestly, the ball is very hard to get offline. That's going to help everyone out there that I can think of.
Visit PolaraGolf.com to get a trial pack of the new XD and Ultimate Straight golf balls for only $12.95. Go long and straight with the Polara golf ball.
Welcome back to Golf Life, brought to you by the new wireless SkyCaddy SGXW, the #1 rangefinder in golf. Visit newskycaddy.com to learn how the SkyCaddy SGXW can help save you strokes. And by Edwin Watts Golf, America's most trusted golf retailer. Call us, stop by your local shop, or visit edwinwattsgolf.com. Here's a golf tip from the Director of Golf at the Grand Golf Club in Del Mar, California, Shawn Cox.
Hi, this is Shawn Cox, Director of Golf at the Grand Golf Club. I want to help you with a couple difficult shots in the bunker. First one is the fried egg. Okay. When we have the fried egg, the first problem that we have is getting the ball out. But the bigger problem we have is getting the ball to stop. Now, typically we're told maybe to close the face, but I've got a method that'll actually help you get the ball to stop. It's a recoil shot. So what happens here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come into the ball, hit the sand, but then bring the club right back right away. What that does is it deadens the ball so it has a chance to stop. The problem with the ball being buried is there's no way to create spin. Spin typically helps us stop the ball. Well, if there's no spin, then I need to make the ball float out of the bunker. So I'm going to set up to this shot and I'm going to hit and recoil. And if you notice, that ball came out nice and soft. Now the second shot is I'm gonna have the shot where I'm stuck under this lip. Now, if I'm under this lip, the problem is it's gonna be very difficult to follow through. So one of the things that we're gonna do to help us create some power is we're gonna do what I call the elevator. You're gonna come into the ball and then you're gonna chicken wing, and it's like you're pulling the club like an elevator. So I'm gonna set up to this ball and I'm gonna elevator. And notice where my elbow finished there, okay? Just like that. So that's gonna help you with two difficult shots, and still both of those balls are within 5 feet of the hole. If you need some help with those shots, please give us a call here in San Diego at the Grand Golf Club.
Every year, members of various organizing bodies in the game of golf visit Washington, D.C. for National Golf Day. Let's learn more about this important event to the future of the game of golf.
Today is National Golf Day, so we're at Capitol Hill to speak with our senators and representatives to inform them of the value of golf. So it's a We Are Golf coalition, it's a group of associations including the GCSAA, PGA of America, the Club Managers Association, the World Golf Foundation, so we're all united as a group.
First, we're going around to as many different people who are involved with government and explaining the benefits of golf, both environmentally, from the economic side of it, as well as the social side of it. So meeting with representatives and senators, as well as their staffs, and explaining how government can benefit golf, how we can help golf grow.
This is really important. Whenever you can get a moment where you can grab a lawmaker's attention and not just talk about their swing, not just talk about taking care of the course, but the whole package. You know, when you describe to them our club provides jobs for over 100 people, and you can sit there and say, you know, that our industry is a $76 billion industry. It's a really, really unique opportunity.
There's great interest this year. Last year we noticed that everybody wanted to put their hands on the clubs and wanted to be around that, touch the things. So this year we decided we're going to bring some tools. So the four of us got together and with some GCSA folks and figured out exactly what we could bring. We've got stent meters, soil moisture meters, we've got video, macroscopes, cup cutters, just things that people every day have no idea what they are or what we do, what we use, tools that we use to handle our jobs.
What we're trying to do is rehabilitate and fix a perception problem that golf has faced here among policymakers over the years, that somehow there's an image of golf that's stuck back in the 1950s that doesn't really square with the facts of today.
Certainly learned that golf superintendents have a tremendous job, and a lot more goes on than just merely cutting the grass.
I think We Are Golf is also important to come together as groups, because we all understand the PGA, the GCSA, the World Golf Foundation. We understand that golf is in need of growth, and we all need golf to grow, to have our jobs, and to continue in this wonderful industry.
Thanks for watching Golf Life. Don't miss Free Golf Fridays only from Golf Life. Find us at facebook.com/Golf Life. You can also get our full library of golf videos online at www.golfinhd.com or watch full episodes at www.youtube.com/Golf Life. I'm Kurt Kohlhauer. Look for Golf Life next week on this channel.